Hello everyone, welcome to Teacher Handy's channel. For today's tutorial, I will discuss on how to multiply radical expressions. There are three ways on how to multiply radical expressions. So the first one is by using the product of square roots, which is one of the laws of radicals. So to multiply expression containing radicals, the product of square root is applied, in which the product of square roots is represented by the nth root of AB, which is equal to the nth root of A times the nth root of B. So let us have the following examples. Number 1, I have here square root of 3 times square root of 3. So if you notice, we have here same index, which is equal to 2. Let us apply the product of square roots, in which we will simply multiply the two radicals. So we have here square root of 3 times 2. And 3 times 2 is equal to 6. No need to simplify square root of 6 since square root of 6 is already written in its simplest form. So that will be our answer. Another example, I have here 2 square root of 6 times negative 3 square root of 2. So again, we have here the same index, which is equal to 2. From here, let us write it into single radical by multiplying their coefficients 2 and negative 3 to one another and multiplying the radicands, which is equal to 6 and 2. So let us now find the product. 2 times negative 3 is equal to negative 6 and 6 times 2 is equal to 12. Therefore, we have here negative 6 is square root of 12. So again, we need to simplify this expression if needed. But in our case, the square root of 12 can be simplified by reducing the radicand. So let us think of a factor of 12 in which one of that factor is a perfect square. And that will be 4 times 3, in which 4 is a perfect square. Therefore, this one will be equal to negative 6 square root of 4 times square root of 3. And square root of 4 is equal to 2. Therefore, we have negative 6 times 2 is square root of 3. And negative 6 times 2 is equal to negative 12 square root of 3. So that will be our answer since the radicals is already written in its simplest form. Another example we have square root of xy times 3 square root of 5x. So again, they have the same index, which is equal to 2. Then let us just multiply each expression, applying the product of square roots. So we have 1 times 3 for the coefficients of the first expression, which is equal to 1, times 3 for the coefficients of our second expression. Square root of 5x for our radicand and xy for the other radicand. So we have 5x times xy. Now let us multiply. We will have 3 is square root of 5x squared y. So this one is not yet written in simplest form since the index here, which is equal to 2, is equal to one of the exponents of our radicand. So which is x squared here. So let us simplify this one. We will have 3x square root of 5y. Since square root of x squared is equal to x, let us leave 5y to our radicand since they are written in its simplest form. Therefore, our final answer will be 3x square root of 5y. So this is the first way of multiplying radical expressions. So let us have the second one. If product of square roots cannot be applied, let us try to apply distributive property. So in multiplying binomials, trinomials, and polynomials containing radicals by another radical, the distributive property is used. Just think that you are multiplying a given polynomial. So let us have the first example. I have here square root of 3 times 2 square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 2. So let us apply the distributive property in which square root of 3 will be multiplied to our first expression inside the parenthesis, which is 2 square root of 3. Therefore, we have square root of 3 times 2 square root of 3. Next, let us now multiply this radicand to our second expression, which is 3 square root of 2. Therefore, we will have square root of 3 times 3 square root of 2. Now, let us multiply the two expressions. So, we will have 2 square root of 3 times 3. Next, let's have 3 square root of 3 times 2, in which 3 times 1 is equal to 3. And the radicands that we have is 3 and 2. Therefore, let us put it inside the radical symbol. Now, let us multiply. We have 2 square root of 9 since 3 times 3 is equal to 9. And 3 square root of 6 since 3 times 2 is equal to 6. A square root of 9 can be simplified by getting the roots of 9. Then, square root of 9 is equal to 3. Therefore, we have here 2 times 3 plus 3 square root of 6 since square root of 6 cannot be simplified. And 2 times 3 is equal to 6 plus 3 square root of 6. If you notice, they have the similar radicals. Therefore, this will be our final answer. Let us have another example. I have here square root of 2 plus square root of 5 times 4 minus square root of 3. So if you remember, in multiplying polynomials, we are using the FOIL method. So we will do the same here by using the FOIL method and multiplying the first term first. So we have square root of 2 times 4 followed by the outer term, which is square root of 2 times square root of 3. Minus, since we have here negative sign. Next, let's have the inner term. We have square root of 5 times 4. And the last term, which is square root of 5 times negative square root of 3. So let us now multiply. Square root of 2 times 4 is equal to 4 square root of 2. Negative square root of 2 times square root of 3 is equal to negative square root of 6. Since they have the same index, let us simply multiply their radicand. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Next one is square root of 5 times 4 is equal to 4 square root of 5. And the last one, negative square root of 5 times square root of 3. They have the same index, which is equal to 2. Let us simply multiply the radicand. Therefore, we have square root of 15, since 5 times 3 is equal to 15. So if you notice, all the radicals here are dissimilar from one another. And all of the radicals are written in its simplest form. Therefore, let us consider this one as our final answer, since we can add and subtract their coefficients. Our final answer will be 4 square root of 2 minus square root of 6 plus 4 square root of 5 minus square root of 15. So this is the second way on multiplying radical expressions. So let us have the last one in multiplying radical expressions. If the factors containing the radicals have different indices, then let us follow the following rules. So first, let us write the radicals as expression with rational or fractional exponents. Second, let us change the fractional exponents into similar fraction. And third, let us rewrite the product as a single radical. And the last one, simplify the resulting radicand if necessary. So let us have the following example. So this one is for different indices. Number 1, I have here cube root of 3 times square root of 3. So in our first expression, the index is equal to 3. While the second expression, we have the index equal to 2. So they are dissimilar. Therefore, let us rewrite each expression into exponential form in which their exponents is fraction. So we have 3 raised to 1/3 for our first expression times 3 raised to 1/2 for our second expression. So in our second rule, it says that we need to make these fractions similar. So to make it similar fraction, their denominator should be the same. So we have here 3 raised to 2, 6 times 3 raised to 3, 6. So if you notice, their denominator now is equal to 6. So how do we get the numerator? We simply divide 6 by the denominator here 3 and multiply it to our numerator. So we have 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2 times 1, therefore we have here 2. Same as here, 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3 times 1, we have here 3. So we have now similar fraction. Let us move on with the third rule, in which we need to rewrite it into single radical. Therefore, we have 6th root of 3 squared times 3 cubed. Applying the laws of exponents for positive integral, we will simply add the two exponents since the base are the same. So we have 6 root of 3 raised to 5, since 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. And since our index is greater than the exponents in our radicand, so let us just simply simplify this one. Therefore, the final answer will be 6 root of 243. So let us have another example. I have here 5 cube root of a squared times 7 fourth root of a cubed. So again, their index are different, in which the first one contains 3 as index and the second one contains 4 as index. Therefore, let us do the same. Let us rewrite this one into its exponential form, which is equal to 5a raised to 2 thirds times 7a raised to 3 fourths. Now, let us make this one a similar fraction in which their denominator should be equal. If you think for the LCM of 3 and 4, you will come up with the answer 12. So therefore, we have here 5a raised to 8 over 12 times 7a raised to 9 over 12. In which, if you find the lowest term of 8 over 12, you will obtain 2 thirds. And 9 over 12, the lowest term is equal to 3 fourths. Now that we have here similar fractions, let us now rewrite it into single radicand in which the index is equal to 12. So we have 5 times 7 for the coefficients of a, 12 root of a raised to 8 times a raised to 9. Applying the laws of exponents in which the base are equal, or the product rule, let us simply add their exponents. So we have 35, 12 root of a raised to 17, since 8 plus 9 is equal to 17. Now, let us simplify this one if needed, but in our case, it is necessary since 12 is less than 17, or the exponent in our radical is greater than the index. So meaning, let us simplify this one by getting the factors of a raised to 17, in which one of the exponent will be equal to our index. So we have a raised to 12 times a raised to 5, in which 12 plus 5 is equal to 17. Let us apply the laws of radicals, in which if the exponents and the index are equal, then we will simply consider the base. Therefore, the answer for this one is 35a, 12 root of a raised to 5. And that will be the final answer. Let us have our last example. We have cube root of 2 times 5th root of 2 times 15th root of 12. So let's see. Let us rewrite it into exponential form, in which their exponent is fraction. So we have 2 raised to 1 third times 2 raised to 1 fifth times 2 raised to 1 over 15. Let us make these three fractions here similar fraction by getting their LCM. And the least common multiple of 3, 5, and 15 is 15. Therefore, we have here 2 raised to 5 over 15 times 2 raised to 3 over 15 times 2 raised to 1 over 15. If you notice, we have now similar fraction in which their denominator is equal to 15. And 5 over 15, the lowest term of this is equal to 1 third. 3 over 15, the lowest term is equal to 1 fifth. And 1 over 15. Now, let us write this one into single radical, in which the index is equal to their denominator, which is 15. So we have 15th root of 2 raised to 5 times 2 raised to 3 times 2. Applying the laws of exponent in which the base is equal, let us simply add the exponent. 5 plus 3 plus 1 is equal to 9. Therefore, we have here 15th root of 2 raised to 9. So again, 15 is greater than 9. Let us just simply simplify 2 raised to 9. Therefore, the answer will be 15th root of 512. So that's it in multiplying radical expressions. So the first one is to use the product of square roots. The second one is to use the distributive property. And the last one is if the indices are different, then we need to rewrite the given expression into exponential form in which the exponent is radical. Find the similar fractions of the given exponents, rewrite it into single radical, and simplify it if necessary. So that's it for our video. Thank you for watching. See you again in the next video. Bye!